We are now 3 episodes into the first season of WandaVision, and we still pretty much have no answers to any of the questions that we have. It's actually all been mystery and very little revelation, up until the end of the 3rd episode. Well, the good thing is, we now know that answers are coming in the 4th episode. So let's talk about what the rumor mill is saying. So before we even get into talking about the upcoming episode, I'm gonna say that this is probably the exact reason that people who were allowed to review the first 3 episodes were not giving anything more beyond the first 3, because they didn't want spoilers to get out there and they didn't want the bigger revelation of what exactly is happening to get out there before everybody got to the 4th episode at the same time. So recently, the actress who is playing the older version of Monica Rambeau, aka Teyonah Parris, went a little bit into talking about what we can expect in the upcoming 4th episode, and she says that there is a very specific reason for the time periods that we are in, and that the first answers of this and what exactly is happening with the setting and bigger revelations are in fact coming in the upcoming 4th episode. And while the episode's not going to explain everything, it's also going to ask some of its own questions and add some of its own mystery, but we are going to get some explanations of what exactly is happening and why we should stick with it and what exactly is at peril here, if you will. She also did say that once we start getting outside of what is happening with Wanda and Vision, that we're going to start to piece everything sort of together of where it's going towards the end and the answers that we can expect, while also teasing some of the other things that are happening in the world that many rumors have spread pretty much like wildfire about possible things that are going to happen, and then eventually leading to the inevitable ending where we're getting that giant blockbuster Marvel Studios production level of action. Now, there's a lot of rumors out there as well kind of floating around with this and what she's teasing, and many of them are pointing to some of the things that have happened or been said in the 3rd episode, specifically in relation to Quicksilver or maybe even Ultron, and how do these characters affect what is happening going forward. And I think that's something that they're definitely going to play around with, because they've been teasing surprise cameos all over the place in the 2nd half of the 1st season, which perfectly just happens to line up with everything. So hopefully some of this is going to be explained soon, but to me, honestly, the more mystery that they can add here slowly and start to trickle out the pieces to us to have us connect the dots, I think that's honestly better for the show, instead of just outright telling us everything at once and then moving to the next step. That just seems rather lazy, and I hate it when shows do that, but I guess we'll know in a couple weeks. So what are your guys' anticipation of the 4th episode first up, and then the 5th and 6th? I'm assuming we're gonna get a big revelation of, yeah, this is going the way you thought it was going, but here's another wrench we threw in there that you didn't expect that changes everything you thought you knew.